First and foremost, I cannot just blame the IG, Kanganja, for the disaster yesterday, the killing of some people in our country. I blame President Lungu, and I blame also Minister Kampyongo, including the IG, Kanganja. One just has to look at the kind of equipment that was purchased by the police under the watchful eye of the president and that of Minister Kampyongo. Just look at the kind of equipment that these people have bought in order to deal with civilians in this country, to deal with Zambian people in this country. One would imagine that they are buying that equipment to fight a war in another country. But all that equipment is purchased to deal with the people of this country. What has happened yesterday is a disgrace to this nation, a proper big disgrace to this nation. And no matter what instructions State House may give to Kampyongo, vice versa to the IG, the issue of we are going to investigate all this issue, it cannot hold water because nobody is going to believe them. One thing you must remember is that the police, for instance, were given the instruction to investigate the 64 houses, whatever the case was at that particular time. If you can remember, it took them 14 days. They still didn't come up with who owns those houses. So how are they going to come up with to investigate the issue of the shootings yesterday, where innocent lives were lost? I've been saying this a long time ago, and I say it again. President Lungu and Kampyongo and the rest of his cabinet, they realize that the writing is on the wall. They realize that very much. So they intend, and the intention is evil. They want to upset and annoy the people of this country to such a tune that we will take the law into our own hands. And then they will use it as evidence that the country has become ungovernable. And as such, they declare a state of emergency. That is what the whole aim is. And they don't care about how many people they're going to be killing. They didn't care before. They don't care today. And they'll never care about the other people that are going to be murdered in cold blood, just for standing up for the rights of democracy in our country. They don't care what happens, as all they want is to ensure that we don't have elections come August. We don't want elections. That's what they want. And the whole reason why they are protecting themselves from this particular issue is simply because of the plunder of the wealth of this nation. Some people want to make sure that they are never unveiled because they know the consequences that will go with it. The issue of following HH all over and looking at his life, there is no one man in this country, or in fact even in the world, and I include the Pope in this particular issue, the Pope in Rome, my Pope, the Catholic. There is no one man who can tell me in this country that he's been clean ever from the time he was born up to this particular point in time. There's no one man can tell me that. Not all of us are born angels. Dante Saunders himself, I'm not an angel whatsoever. I'm far from an angel. But these people are going all out to try to get President HH in jail. They want to do that. And the reason why they want him in jail is specifically because they want to kill him. They want to kill him because right now he is the threat in this country. And I keep reminding PF, I keep telling them meeting after meeting, so many of my issues that I've had with the press, I keep telling them this fight is not because of an issue between PF and UPND. No, far from it. This fight is between PF and the people of this country. We want to see an end to the PF regime. And to be honest, we rather replace them with whoever. But the people of this country, are making up their minds and have made up their minds already. And a decision will be made in August who they want to bring in. We must, and I'm going to support any government that is going to show signs of bringing stability back to this country and putting an end, and I repeat, putting an end to economic plunder of the wealth of this nation. I'm going to support that party 100%.